there, this is Girly Journey, and I am journaling my 300-mile section hike of the Pacific Crest Trail in Washington State. I'll be starting at Stevens Pass and walking down south to the Columbia River, and this is what I'm taking with me for my big four. Now, my tent here in the lower right, this is a Mountain Hardware Nimbus UL2. It's a new tent. I set it up in my backyard a couple of times, but I've never actually taken it out on the trail. The tent I had before was a Kelty Trailbreak 3, which is kind of ancient tent, but it was a 6-pound, 3-person tent. Usually went hiking with one other person, so it ended up being excellent for years and years and years. This I'm going solo, so I needed something that could be carried by one person. The footprint is sold separately. I did purchase that. And the whole thing with 9 stakes, several of which I swapped out. That is not the 10 stake bag it comes with, that's mine. But it is about 2.5 pounds altogether, including the footprint and the stakes. So I'm pretty happy with that. This is my well-worn pillow. It's not traditionally part of the big four, but it is part of my sleep system, so I've included it here where it makes the most sense. It is shredded foam. REI and Therm-a-rest used to make these. Therm-a-rest used to advertise it as being super eco-friendly because it's made with the trimmings from their foam pads, which is nonsense, but it is very squishy. I like the foam. I like this as much as my pillows at home, and I sleep very, very well on it. It comes at about 11 ounces, but I've cut off the extra fold-over fabric, which has made it about 9.5 ounces. I've considered sewing it down even smaller than that, but for the moment, pretty happy with it. And 9.5 ounces, it is one of my second biggest luxury item. This is my quilt. I've taken it out a couple times and I already got a hole in it. I do have some doubts about quilts. I'm definitely a sleeping bag mummy kind of person. I do have an old school Marmot Flathead 20 that I trust implicitly to keep me warm. I've taken this out on a couple of warm nights and I do still get drafts, but that could be partly user error because I don't have much expertise using quilts, but I'm willing to give it a try. It's still August. I'm going out the last week of August, so the first couple of weeks of my trip should be fairly warm. And if it does get cold, I'll just have my warmer sleeping bag sent to me if I have any issues with this. But I'm expecting it to handle most, if not all, of the trip. Over here, I have my sleeping pads. I have 2. The inside one that is orange is the Therm-a-rest Prolite Apex. It is the regular wide version. It's a 25-inch. I did have a Prolite 4 that I liked very much, and I decided to get the Apex because it does come in the wide version. I am a extra large or 2X woman, and so having the extra width does make a difference for me. The Gossamer Gear 1/8 inch foam pad helps to keep it from sliding around in my tent and can also be used as a sit pad or as a yoga mat or just a general lay something down and keep the area clean. So it will come in handy aside from just keeping my pad from sliding around in my tent. And you will notice that the Apex is a self-inflating pad, which is not the prevailing popular thing right now, but I have found that no matter which air mattress I try, they all feel like I'm sleeping on a balloon, and I cannot stand that feeling. I like having the foam that I sink into, and I feel like these self-inflating mattresses are the best of both worlds. I would actually rather sleep in a closed cell foam mat than I would on any purely air mattress. It just doesn't feel right. Now, lastly is this backpack. Now, this I've had for about 10 years. It's a Gregory Deva 60. It weighs nearly 6 pounds. I do understand that the modern versions of this weigh about 4.5, so I am suffering about 1.5 pounds by having older gear. But it's extremely comfortable, and it will hold the 50 pounds that I need with an 8-day food carry and 7 liters of water, which I do need sometimes, depending on the distance between water carries. So I can easily have 25, 30 pounds just worth of food and water. Not always, of course. My food will get eaten, and I don't always have to carry 7 liters. I usually carry between 2 and 4. But I am a very thirsty person. I end up drinking about twice as much as most other people on the trail. So having 7 liters would be about the same as most people carrying 3 to 4. I will not carry less than 7 liters. That's why I have this pack, because this can handle anything that I can put in it. It is bomb-proof, and it's also very comfortable despite its weight. So I will be taking that. In the next video, I will discuss my water and cooking system. See you soon.